Good afternoon. I'm so glad you could join me today on my show. And I have just been searching for this friend that I met. Oh, I met her, I think, about 2 years ago. I've been looking all over the place for her. And this friend of mine, Sharon and Dick, these friends, they're real good friends with this lady. And I called the other day and I said, have you seen Rita? And they said, yes, we have. I just got through talking to her. I said, well, let me have her number so I can call and talk to her. So I got a hold of Rita on the phone, and I am so blessed that she's here today, and she speaks to angels. And God only knows, honey, I need somebody to speak to my angels. I want to introduce you to Rita. This is Rita. Rita, say hi.
Hello. Nice to meet you all. And I'll tell you something, and this is one of the things that I love the best about my angels, okay?
What?
There is no hell.
Good. I'm so glad to hear. Yay.
But
good.
Hell,
I'm glad.
Hell is a man-made concept.
That's true.
To put the fear in religion, and that's a shame.
That's a shame.
You know, there is no purgatory. There is no holding place. There is no limbo. Come on, let's face it.
Yeah.
They have said to me time and time again, hell is what you make of your incarnation.
Well, I believe that. I believe that people make their own hell.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always thought that.
And I won't, I won't get into a big controversy thing because I'm not going to get into religion. But, it just stands to logic. Because how could you have an all-loving God that's a creator that would,
let somebody go over there?
That doesn't make sense. You're punished. You're going to hell for the rest of eternity, but I'm an all-loving God.
Yeah, right. No.
Sounds a little more like some of our politicians.
Doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Well, tell me about this little card thing.
Oh, this is what I do when I'm doing readings with people.
Okay.
And I tell people to come and ask me questions.
Yeah.
Angels best answer specific questions about your life.
I'll ask you a question.
Yeah, and I want to make sure that I'm not putting my ego into it or my spin on it. This is part of why I feel so blessed in the gift that I have, because I have friends that are incredible psychics that see apparitions. Or you know how they say many times people see things like snippets of a film, film clips, and they're getting a picture. Yeah. But they have to interpret what they're seeing.
That's true.
So you're putting yourself into that interpretation.
Right.
My friend that sees, she'll see apparitions and she'll say, oh my gosh, all of a sudden there's a person standing right here and they're in colonial clothing.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know why they're there.
Wow.
I can talk to them.
Wow.
And find out why they came in. So I do this when I do readings with people.
So if I asked you a question, and I'll ask you just a question.
Okay. But don't trick them.
No, I won't.
Okay.
Okay, I'll say, in other words, can I ask if somebody's truthful?
Yes.
Or is that a trick question?
No, a trick question is a trick question, and angels won't deal with it. Is when, like, I had a woman sit down and she said to me, I want to talk to my deceased husband,
Oh, yeah, no.
And I said, and my angel said, give her money back. We're not talking to her. And I was I was like, oh my God, just in shock. It was the first time it happened to me. And it was because her husband isn't deceased. She was testing me to see how good I was. And they would not.
That's not right.
Yeah, that was it.
That's not right.
Well, I think a lot of people, though, feel that they can test a psychic to see how good they are. Tell me my father's middle name or something. But angels don't work that way. It's like, come on.
Can you do a yes or no?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's ask it if this movie producer is being truthful.
Okay, is he being truthful? Yes, he is. Now I get a different. My pendulum goes in this direction for a yes. It goes in a horizontal line for a no.
Okay.
And then it will go when people ask me questions. It will go to a letter, and as it's going to the letter, I will hear the word.
Will the movie be made? Can it say yes or no?
Eventually.
Eventually.
Not as soon as you think.
Okay.
There will be some production delays. I'm hearing them ahead of
All
time.
right,
There would be
production.
some production
Okay.
delays, but this will happen.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, and it's so great. I said it helps people, you know, with their life and kind of plan their life. I think here's one of the things the angels tell me over and over that I think is so beneficial. If you're working too hard on having something happen and it's not happening, it's not the right timing.
Right,
Okay? Doesn't mean that it isn't meant to be.
Right.
Not the right timing.
Right.
I am telling you, in our world, everything is about timing.
Oh,
you
it
know?
is. Oh, it sure is. Oh, I definitely know that.
Yeah.
I definitely know that.
But what's so great is the angels can say to you things like, you know, the things that you're hoping to have happen are just outside of your reach. Just
there.
wait. They're coming.
It's coming. I know it is.
We'll bring it to you.
I know it's coming.
You know?
The play's going to be first.
I had a client come to see me this week, and a nuclear engineer, okay? And was feeling a little stagnant in his job, and the angel said, you don't have to do a thing, not a thing. We are bringing a whole new career to you. And he said, are you kidding me? You know, come on.
Yeah.
I got a resume. I've got a reputation, you know, and those sort of thing. He called me 3 days later and told me the Department of Defense called him and offered him a job.
Wow, great.
An incredible job that's a big step up. You know, so I mean, sometimes they say, yeah, you got to get out so that you can make contact so we can work the synchronicity
That's true.
of getting people to you. And sometimes they just say, you know, going to be in your lap.
Yeah, it's going to be, because I know this is all going to happen. There's going to be a talk show, and there's going to be a movie, and there's going to be a play.
I see all of those things happening with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to hear.
And you know what? You know what's so interesting about your life is that what people don't see is that we come here for a destiny. You know, I mean, we all come here to experience life. We all come here to learn lessons. But we also have something to give back.
Oh,
you
God,
know?
yes.
And a lot of times we're just hanging around because we haven't started on that journey yet.
That's right.
You know, of finding out really why we came here, above and beyond.
Right. I know. Yeah, you're right. I know.
You know, I feel like I walk two paths because I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, you know, an aunt, all of these things. I've got this human life over here like this, and then I've got this spiritual path, and that's just that's why I wanted to meet you. And that's why, well, I mean, I'd met you, but that's why I wanted to come on the show.
Right.
Because it's a way to let people know they have angels. And you know what? Here's something really valuable to understand. Angels are guardians. They cannot interfere in our life unless we put them into play. So it is and all you have to do, if you don't know their names, all you have to do is just say, I want you in my life. Help me to make decisions. You know, be a part of my life. Guide me. That's it.
I've been saying it for weeks since you said that on the phone.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. It isn't magic.
It's easy.
Yeah, doesn't take a degree. They're there. When we started, I always get sidetracked. We started this too. You can ask angels for signs that they're with you, and this is so fun.
Oh, really?
Because, oh, yeah.
Oh, where are they?
Because one of the best things that angels do to let you know that they're around is they leave coins. Because if you think about it, coins are universal across the world. I mean, whether they're a monetary system or a metal or whatever, okay? So I know people that have called me up. This guy called me up and he said to me, lived by himself, had a house, had the garage attached to the house, went outside in January, and he said after that night, he had said, okay, I'd like a sign that the angels are really with me. There was a quarter frozen to the outside of his windshield.
Oh, for God's sakes.
You know, that's pretty good. You know?
That's pretty good, yeah.
You know, and I mean, we all see things like, a coin in Target's parking lot.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
I've seen them.
But I mean, this is like you will see, or you know, the bottom of the wash machine.
Right, yeah, right.
You know, but this is seeing coins in unusual places. And I've had people say they have had whole days of seeing them on steps, running down hallways, wake up. they didn't put them there. They're next to their bed. They're, you know.
Cool.
Yeah,
Coins,
angels have an easy time of manipulating coins.
They throw them off, probably.
Yep, feathers are another one. Feathers are left for us. They really are a gift from a bird, that a bird would shed a feather as a sign to us that they are guiding us. And
that come to me.
Yeah.
Many times.
Feathers are a wonderful one. Birds, seeing unusual birds, are a sign that spirits, usually that spirits are with you, that certain spirits are. A red cardinal is a sign that deceased loved ones are with you. Yeah, yeah. And I was kidding with my angels. And you need to know angels have a sense of humor.
Good.
Okay? Jesus has a sense of humor.
Sure
Let me tell you.
I know he does. I always thought so.
Metatron's got the funniest sense of humor, and I was just kind of down in the spiritual abyss a little bit this summer. You know, everybody gets in a little hole now and then.
Yep.
And I said, okay, give me a sign. You give everybody else a sign. Give me a sign. And Metatron's in my head, and he goes, you mean the fact that we're talking to you isn't enough?
Isn't that enough?
Yeah. And I wake up the next morning. We have lived in our house for 30 years. I wake up the next morning, and there are 2 falcons on my deck. In 30 years, I have never seen peregrine falcons on the deck.
Wow.
And they stayed there for like 3 hours.
Where did they hang out?
Just there. You know, and I was like, okay, I got it, thank you.
Yeah, you better get it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely amazing. So,
wow.
Yeah. And birds, because birds are spirit animals, they all carry different messages. Your hook-beaked birds, your hawks, your falcons, your eagles. Okay. They're all a message of angelic connection, and that you are absolutely connected to the divine, that you have a bridge between yourself and the divine, and that your prayers are being answered.
Wow, how cool is that?
Yeah, you know,
and
we need that.
Wow,
it's just
we need
such
that.
Little things. You know, this isn't about magic or tricks or anything else. All I want to do is reach people to say, angels are real. They're there for us.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And they love us. And they, you know, and they can do so much. Another interesting thing, and I get a lot of questions about this, is sometimes when you're falling asleep, just before you're falling asleep and just before you're waking up, when you're very, very relaxed, you will sometimes hear like distant voices or whispering. I've had people tell me that they've heard that. And you know what that is? That's angels. We have angels that surround our bed when we sleep and just watch over us.
How wonderful.
Everybody does. Everybody does. And what happens is when you finally let go of all of the clutter and crap of everyday life, and you're relaxed and you're getting in that alpha state, that's when you pick up the angels talking. Some people can make out what they're saying, and others are just little whispers.
Wild.
But it's not anything to be afraid of.
I just heard it the other day.
Yeah.
I just heard, like I told you, I was depressed and I was in bed and I was hearing these.
Yeah.
Like,
little sounds or little whispers or things.
And that's to see if it was a cat or what it was.
Wonderful to know that, I mean, they just protect us when we sleep. So nothing will harm us. They protect our body so that if our spirit is astral traveling, they protect our body so our spirit will get back in.
Oh, gosh.
You know? And we have earth angels. We have angels that literally are right here in our dimension, okay? And they hear every word and thought that we have.
Wow.
So they're kind of the ones that alert our guardian angels.
Right.
You know, they'll kind of say, ooh, boy, you know, you better check in here. There's a little bit of stress and tension going on here. Not you know.
Yeah. So check her out.
Yeah. And the interesting thing, too, and I think this is so important for people to know, this is, you know, right now with a lot of the new age stuff, you hear about give it to the universe. What you give to the universe comes back. The law of attraction. Law of attraction. Big book by Esther and Jerry Hicks.
I have that taped also.